My demographic is alternative-loving male and females between the age of 16 to 18. JICNA's classification would be social group of D to E. Their values, attitudes and lifestyles are stereotyped by the public and media. The public stereotype is that there is lots of piercings, a quirky sense of fashion, headphones either in ears or around neck, and the girls having long hair with a middle parting. On top of this stereotype is how the public perceive this age category altogether as lazy, drunk, drugged, always on their phone and being a threat to the community. This public stereotype has been pushed through the media numerous times, but an example of this is Lucy Beale in EastEnders or the programme Misfits. A media product that supports this stereotype representation is Haim, on the cover of NME. Haim is an alternative teen girl band. Here, all three girls have the stereotypical centre parting, and the teenager's attitude is also portrayed through quotes such as "Don't use your symbols with my sisters." The use of this exclamative and implication of expletives through symbols, as seen on my analysis of another NME cover, reinforces the public stereotype of teenagers being rude and violent. By portraying the band like this, there is also an implication that teenagers are drawn in to purchase this due to their bad attitude. Another quote which supports this stereotype is "Get the picture," which is another imperative that has connotations of bad manners and attitude. This quote then links to the rotated angle of the image, which is like a framed photo, and the use of camera as a prop. For using this as a theme, the whole design emits the stereotype of bad-mannered teens. The use of the prop of an old film camera relates to the social group of hipsters who often listen and are associated with the alternative genre. Through the use of this camera, NME are stereotyping the social group of hipsters. Overall, the unconventional angle of the cover lines and quotes also suggests a quirky rebellion, which again represents teens as their stereotype. The quirky fashion sense is conveyed through the dip dye of the lead singer's hair, which is a common trend which is unique and rife amongst this age range. The clothing matches this representation with leather jackets carrying the connotations of bad attitude and violence, thus strengthening the stereotype. This is also suggested through the use of dark clothes, which omits the mysterious and dark representation. The positioning of the bands is in no way formal and looks like they have placed themselves, which supports the uncontrollable side of rebellion. The colour scheme of black, white and red is very bold, which again reflects their attitude. My magazine also represents this stereotype and represents teenagers in a similar way. Through the use of pink hair and creepers, I convey the typical quirky fashion sense that's stereotyped. Through the colour scheme of black, white and pink, all of which is strong and bold colours which reflect the reader's stereotype of bold character. The pose on my double page spread also suggests attitude, through the lack of smiling and simple direct eye contact. The use of a busy contents page and front cover also suggests and could reflect their chaotic lifestyle, which could have connotations to violence. Due to my demographic being so low on the JICNA scale of around D or E, there is a suggestion that there would be little access to money, so I've priced my magazine at £1.50 and have also given my readers opportunities that they usually wouldn't be able to afford, such as tickets and merchandise, which also reflects the stereotype of having minimal amounts of money. On the front cover, for using material T images, can be perceived as representing numerous personalities, which reinforces the representation of being unpredictable. The unplugged typography is worn and eroded, which reflects the teen stereotype of being rough and untidy. I have also represented my audience as social through including my social networking sites Tumblr, Twitter and Facebook, as well as using hashtags on my double page spread, which also fits the stereotype of always having a phone in hand. In conclusion, I have followed the stereotypes of teenagers very closely, and like NME, have represented these stereotypes through the design of my magazine. Looking back over my design, I perhaps shouldn't have been so stereotypical to stand out, but after investigating in focus groups and hot seating, this positive feedback overrides any hindsight of wanting to rewrite the stereotypes.